Welcome back to Afternoon Express. So we're in my favorite place in the loft today, and your favorite place as well. I'm going to say, almost said kitchen already, and I just gave away my joke before the beginning. Welcome back to the show. It's good to have you. Today we are going to be talking a little bit more about those festive leftovers. There are always times where there's something a little bit left over that's not enough for one dish in its own right, to have a meal on its own. And we're going to be showing you how to combine all of those things together to create something super delicious. I cannot wait to see what you've got planned, because this is probably every family's nightmare, except my family, after the Christmas season.
Why is it a nightmare? I think leftovers. I think we need to embrace leftovers.
No, yeah.
They're awesome.
No, but you know what I'm saying? You see it in the fridge, you're like, that's not enough for like a whole meal for like the three of us right now, so I can't really make that. So he leaves it there and then it goes dry, and then eventually it's
so
just
like,
done.
you're gonna eat.
Yeah, sorry. Dog biscuits for you, maybe?
All right, so let's get straight into it. So I'll just pop my pan on because I'm gonna fry up a little egg, and I'll explain why in a second.
Cool.
So one of the most common problems for me in the world, leftover roast potatoes. What do you do with them?
Don't know if that's a thing, Clem.
It's such a serious problem. Like next year, that's going to be my challenge.
Okay.
Let's solve this problem.
So
I got one
going to
solution.
have hashtag save the this and save the that. You're going to do hashtag save the leftover roasted potato.
So I got one solution, okay? Let me choose my courses, okay?
Okay.
All right. So
your courses. Your course. Choose your course.
All right. So leftover roast potatoes.
Yes.
It's now Boxing Day, so you've got some roast meat, and some potatoes. All I did was simply chop them up, mush them all together, and I created something called a hash.
Oh, like a hash brownie.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's quite an American thing. It's kind of diner style. So it's a combination of some potatoes and some meat of some sort. Normally either brisket or corned beef.
Oh, I've never seen that actually.
And then they
done with meat inside.
Yeah. Pop it into a pan and then cook it like a nice. Think of like a nice biscuit, like a savory biscuit. And you flip it like a pancake, and you pop it back in your plate. You got that beautiful crust. So you bring the roast potato back to life.
Okay. Tips on how to get that crust crispy outside, because particularly with leftover potatoes, they go cold and then they go like floury.
And all very waxy, depending on what potato you're using.
Okay.
So the trick is to kind of put it in the pan and mush everything down and leave it.
Leave it. Just cook the heck out of it.
Yeah, but not on a high heat, medium heat. And that way you get that crust, and it also steams through the potato on the inside, so it becomes nice and fluffy again.
Okay, lovely.
Cool.
Bring it back to life.
So that's beautiful. All I did was I added some roast beef to it, a little bit of spring onion and some parsley. Mixed it all together, popped it in the pan, and cooked it beautifully. So this is a breakfast dish. It's not breakfast unless it has an egg.
Man, this is a brilliant idea for that, the 26th or whatever. What do we call after New Year's? It's also called Boxing Day, or is that after Christmas?
Yeah.
26th, I think, is Boxing Day. And then after New Year's as well, it's a really good idea. If you guys have gone out for a nice little lekker jol on the 1st,
exactly.
and you're like, I'm so hungry, but there's nothing left at home except leftovers, this is what you can make.
This is the ultimate dish for the
morning after.
Breakfast. Here we go. So I will let that egg keep on cooking, and I'm going to go into the next thing. So you've been entertaining all holiday now, and every time a guest arrives, you pull out your little cheese plate and some breads. But the problem you end up with is it's this.
Yeah, individually sliced crunch balls, basically rusks.
All right, but don't throw it away. You actually end up spending so much money when you do need to get breadcrumbs, go to the store, buying it. When you've got it at home, it's real simple. You literally take your stale bread.
Oh my word, you're actually going to make breadcrumbs.
And the thing is, you can freeze it, and it'll last till next year's festive season.
Oh my gosh. You know what's really cool? My dad used to do this as well. I think it was my gran, I can't remember, but he used to do it with the birds. He used to take it outside and give it to little birds and then have like a bird feast. Now you can eat it again.
That's right. And I promise you, you'll make it. So
oh my word, that is so cool.
And you can literally keep it in a freezer bag, and it'll last until next year.
It felt like one of those things I always see everyone, you know, when you buy like loaves of bread from like the grocery store, and at the bottom there's always a little bit of crumbs. And I was like, why am I spending so much money going to a store to go and buy these things called breadcrumbs when you can just do this and make your own?
So no one's ever allowed to buy breadcrumbs ever again.
Ever again,
Ever
please.
again.
Save the wheat.
Hashtag save the breadcrumbs.
Yes,
Hashtag save the roast potatoes. Hashtag save the breadcrumbs.
Yes, Clem. Preach it.
So, okay, our fried eggs looking beautiful.
Yummy.
We just top that over there.
Oh, it's a nice, like, medium yolk. My favorite.
It is. Breakfast done. Okay, next thing. So, like herbs in the fridge, they don't actually. You know, the fridge is a dehydrator. Do you know that?
I don't. Well, I know. Yeah, I do actually know that, but I've only experienced it. That's how I found out.
Yes. Yeah. So it dries things out, and a lot of times your herbs end up getting dried out really quickly.
They go black and they go like.
Yeah. So what I did was
sad.
I just chopped them up. I popped them in an ice cube tray. All the herbs we had left over.
Oh wow.
Okay. And I'm gonna take olive oil, and I'll just drizzle the olive oil in there. And I'm actually going to freeze it.
Wait, what the heck does that do?
Yes, it actually freezes.
No, but then what? Then what do you do with that?
So next time you're busy making a dish, you pop one of these olive oil cubes in your pan, it melts beautifully, and it's been flavored.
Lovely. And maybe what you can also do is if you don't have a herb like that, maybe you want to use something like mint. You just gooi your mint in here, freeze it, then you can make a beautiful mojito, but with really nicely delicious flavored ice. Hey? I am really thinking smart.
You
know,
are,
we
you
had
are.
lemons as well. I'm sure you could do with the lemons as well.
You're
No.
getting carried away.
Okay.
Bring it back.
Let's come back to the
So
mints.
we're on the herb vibe. Let's talk about it. So you don't want to freeze it because you still want to use them fresh.
Mm-hmm.
As we said, the fridge actually dries things out. So Dan, there's a cool tip. Get one of these resealable fridge bags.
Mm-hmm.
Pop a piece of kitchen towel in there. And look at that from Willie, so you can just write what it is.
What
there.
it is on site, in
Dan's
case I
lunch
forget.
for
'Cause
tomorrow.
The worst thing in the world would be get confused between what's it?
Parsley and
coriander. Don't get confused
Okay.
between those two ever, people.
So there we go. So your herbs go in there. What happens is the tissue paper at the bottom ends up absorbing all the excess moisture.
And just keeps it locked in there.
And the seal stops the fridge from dehydrating your herbs. And they will last for twice as long.
These are probably the best hacks I've heard in a very, very long time. So Clem, thank you so much for sharing us the wisdom that is the Pedro.
I'm here all week.
Oh, what
I'm
is
here
that?
all week.
Oh.
I'm just like, applause. Come on, Dan.
I can hear everyone applauding. 3, 2, 1. I heard it. There we go. There was at least a couple of people that just applauded for those hacks right in Afternoon Express. Later on, we're going to be showing you how to use some leftovers as well to make a delicious dish. What are we making?
A beautiful coconut crusted snook fish cake.
You have to wait to find out more about that snook cake coming up a little bit later. Bonnie's standing by on our couch with our next guest.